out this week's broadcast.
Hey Fairgrove, this week I'll be teaching you guys how to carve out your own pumpkin.
What's up Fairgrove? This week we'll be giving you an update in football and baseball.
Hey Fairgrove, this week's focus is going to be about harvest.
What's up, Fairgrove? I'm your host, Silas Bravo.
And I'm your co-host, Alyssa Godoy. Now let's go check out Fun Food
With your host, Millie Avalos.
Wait till you're announced. We've not yet lost all our graces.
Hey Fairgrove Falcons, I'm your host, Millie Alvos for Fun and Food. And this week I'll be teaching you guys something a little different. This week I'll be teaching you guys how to carve out your own pumpkin.
You first wash your hands for 30 seconds, or you can either count your AB. You first carve a circle on the top of the pumpkin. After that, you then take out the seeds from the inside of the pumpkin.
Then when you're done taking out the seeds, you can carve out the face that you desire, only with parents' permission.
Then you carve out the face you desire for your pumpkin. Then you end up with your complete jack-o'-lantern.
Well, that's it for this week, Fairgrove. Bye!
Thanks, Millie.
We'll head over to book club.
With your host, Gabriel Estrada.
Hey Fairgrove, I'm your host, Gabriel Estrada for Book Club. This week's book is a lower grade level for kinder through first graders. This week's book is Fall Harvest. I chose this book because it's a harvesting book and it's harvesting season right now. The author of this book is Gail Sauter Smith. Fall, people pick pumpkins. People pick apples. That's all for this week's Fairgrove. Now remember, don't judge a book by its cover. Let's head back to the studio with Alyssa and Silas.
Thanks, Gabe.
Now let's go check out Weekend Weather with your host, Anna Rubin.
Hey, what's up, Fairgrove? Besides the sky. No? Okay. I'm Anna Rubio, your host for Weekend Weather, so let's get started with the show. But before we head to the studio with Lucy for your Doppler radar, I want to take the time to talk a little bit more about meteorology. Meteorology is the study of the atmosphere. It takes its name from the Greek word meteor, which means something that happens high in the sky. Meteorologists are also a big part of the study of weather. Basically, meteorologists study and predict weather climate and its impact it has in our lives. Now let's head to the studio with Lucy for your Doppler radar.
Hi, I'm Lucia, guys, your host for Doppler radar, so let's get started. As you can see here, there are no clouds moving towards us, so next week will be mostly dry and sunny. Cool. That's it for this week, Fairgrove.
Thanks, Lucy. Now let's get started with your 6-day forecast. Today will be partly cloudy with a high of 88 and a low of 62. Saturday will be partly cloudy with a high of 92 and a low of 63. It will be partly cloudy with a high of 90 and a low of 62. Monday will be partly cloudy with a high of 92 and a low of 64. Tuesday will be partly cloudy with a high of 89 and a low of 60. Wednesday will be mostly sunny with a high of 83 and a low of 69. Thursday will be cloudy with a high of 84 and a low of 59. Well, that's it for this week, Fair Girl. Let's get back to the studio with Silas and Alyssa. Bye!
Thanks, Anaid.
You know if we have any new events going on?
No, but I'd like to find out. So why don't we go check out What's Up with Fair Girl with your host, Liza Romero.
Hey Fair Girl, I didn't see you there. Welcome to this week's show of What's Up with Fair Girl. I'm your host, Lila Zermano. And don't forget, Fair Girl, to turn in all your box tops to the office. And remember to put all recyclables, such as water bottles, in the recycling bin. There will be no school on October 13th due to Columbus Day. There will be a cross-country meet October 14th at Cedar Lane. October 15th, there will be a football and volleyball game versus Valinda. At home, October 15th will be Boss Day, so appreciate your bosses. Well, that's all for this week, Fair Grove. See you next time on What's Up with Fair Grove.
Thanks, Lila. What college do you want to go to?
I don't know, but why don't we go check out College Focus with your host, Alexis Hoagie.
Hey Fair Grove, I'm your host Alexis Hogan for College Focus. Now let's get on with this week's show. This week we'll be interviewing Miss Thomas. Good morning, Miss Thomas. I have a few questions for you.
Good morning.
What college did you go to?
Azusa Pacific University, also known as APU.
What did you major in?
I majored in liberal studies.
What was the best thing about going to college?
The best thing about going to college was getting ready to be a teacher.
Why should kids go to college?
Kids should go to college to get an education and get ready for the future.
Thanks, Ms. Thomas. Well, that's all for this week, Fair Girl Falcons. I'm your host, Alexis Hogan. Now back to the studio with
Alyssa
Thanks, Alexis.
Do you know of any new tech?
No, but why don't we go check out All About Tech with your host, Jaylen Wellmaker.
Hey Falcons! For all you soccer lovers out there, this week's topic is FIFA 15. The video was created by EA Sports and was released on September 23rd. FIFA 15 came out in stores with the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. It's also available on iOS, Android, Windows, Nintendo 3DS, and the Wii. The cover will include soccer player Lionel Messi from FC Barcelona. Well, that's all for this week, Fair Girl. Now let's head back to the studio with Alyssa Godoy and Silas Bravo. Bye!
Thanks, Jalen.
Check out Weekly Poll
with your host, Anthony Licea. What's up, Fair Grove? I'm your host, Ali Lasser for Weekly Poll.
Hey, what are you doing? I'm Anthony Lasser. I'm your host for Weekly Poll. You see. Now let's head over to this week's question. And the question for this week is, what is your favorite college football team?
USC! USA! UCLA! UCLA! USC!
USA! What is your favorite college football team?
UCLA! UCLA!
UCLA!
USC!
UCLA! What is your favorite college football team?
USC Trojans, fight on!
UCLA!
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 What is your favorite college football team?
UCLA!
And here are the results. USC 40%, UCLA 60%. UCLA wins with a total of 60%.
Well, that's all for this week, Fair Grove. Remember, Fair Grove, I'm Anthony Lasser. I'm your host for Weekly Poll. And now let's head back to the studio with Alyssa Godoy and Silas Bravo.
Thanks, Anthony. Next up is sports news with your host, Damien Alvarado.
In the county with lions, most of these rappers be lying, cause when I sing them they be quiet. The definition of silence, that's the principle of proof. The definition of logic, that this nigga is.
Hey Fair Grove, I'm Damien Alvarado, your host for Sports News. Let's talk baseball. The Dodgers beat the Cardinals last Saturday with a final score 3-2. 1, 2, 3, and they're out. The poor Angels were swept by the Royals last weekend with a final score 8-3. Let's head over to the NFL. The Rams lost a close one to the Eagles last Sunday, losing with a final score 34-28. The Cowboys came out with the win in overtime last Sunday, beating the Texans 20-17. 49ers beat the Chiefs last Sunday, winning with a final score 22-17. The Chargers shut out the Jets last Sunday, winning with a final score 31-0. Be sure to watch the Chargers and Raiders go head-to-head this Sunday at 1:05 p.m. The 49ers play Monday Night Football, facing off against the Rams at 5:30 p.m. The Cowboys play the Seahawks Sunday at 1:25 p.m. Now for some college football. USC lost in the final minutes of last Saturday's game, losing to Arizona State 38-34. UCLA also fell short last weekend, losing to Utah 30-28. USC plays this Saturday against Arizona at 7:30 p.m. Be sure to watch UCLA face off against Oregon Saturday at 12:30 p.m. That's it for this week, Fair Grove. I'm Damien Alvarado, and I'll have more sports for you next week.
Thanks, Damien.
Hey, listen, do you like to listen to music?
Yeah, I love to, so why don't we go check out Song of the Week first?
Call it magic, call it true. I call it magic when I'm with you. And I just got broken into two. Still I call it magic when I'm next to you. And I don't, and I don't, and I don't, and I don't. No, I don't, it's true. I don't, no, I don't, no, I don't, no, I don't want anybody else but you. I don't, no, I don't, no, I don't, no, I don't. No, I don't, it's true. I don't, no, I don't, no, I don't, no, I don't want anybody else but you. Call it magic, cut me into two, and my volume